Right then, this is the swim that I've got then. This is peg 21 at Rainbow, and I've got 4 rods out, and the right hand rod, that's just down here into this little bay, just where you can see that white marker. Quite deep there, up to about 11 foot, and not really a productive area, but it's supposed to be quite good for the big uns. The next one along, that is just in front of that small island there that you can see. You can just see that marker there. Now that's known as a big fish area apparently. I've had just the one fish off it so far, which was an upper 20, low 30, didn't weigh it. And the most productive rod at the moment is this one, which is fished right up the back there. You can just see that fallen in tree. I'll see if I can zoom into it. There's just a fallen in tree just right next to a little island, where you can just see the marker just to the left of it, and that's where that rod is, and that's been very consistent. I'm getting 1 or 2 bites a day off that. Biggest so far off that one has been a 39, and then my left hand rod, this one's done the biggest fish so far. I've had 2 fish off that spot, and the biggest of 51 common. I lost another fish last night as well, which was well, it was hard to tell how big it was, but it could have been a decent fish. You can just see the marker just on the opening to that bay there. Now that's done mainly fish at night so far. First thing in the morning I've had a take off it as well, but as I say, so far the most productive rod is that one, which is going quite consistently. It's known for being a bit of a runs area up the top end there. You've actually just seen a fish just show right at the top end. But there are 1 or 2 big fish that do come from there apparently. We're only on Tuesday so far, and about 8 fish and lost 2, which by Rainbow standards is not too bad, up to 51 pounds, so I'm relatively happy. Steve's on the left hand side of the swim. You can just see him out in the boat now over there. He's actually just been done by a fish, because we've just been watching these fish fizz right next to his marker, and 1 or 2 of them lumping out, and then just right out the blue he's had a drop back, which is the lead's just basically come off, and an 8-10 ounce lead's just come off, and fish has just done him good style. So it just goes to show what some of these rainbow fish are like. Everybody thinks it's a doddle out here, but it's far from that. It's a very tricky venue, very much pressured all year round. And Steve's just down here to the left. He's got all this water. You can just see his rods down there. That's his setup there, and he's basically got all this water here. Looks like an obstacle course, and it is. You know, you really do need to be on your game when you're fishing amongst all that stuff. But he's not had a take so far, but he's happy. He's happy because it's a known big fish area. It's like the sort of place that you get 1 or 2 takes, and one of them will be a big one. Whereas mine's known for being a bit of a runs side. It was my choice this particular trip. Steve had first choice last time, and I've gone for the runs area because there is a chance of a big fish out there. But I like to have a little bit of activity as well. But it is early days. It's only Tuesday, and we've got a lot of the trip left to go. So fingers crossed, something good's going to happen, because there are 1 or 2 big fish coming out. There's been a 72 out from around the lake. Dave Treasure opposite us over there in 1 and 2. He's had a 50. There's been a 50 out off the island. Alan Dano and his mate over there, and Peg 19's done a 60 as well. So there's good ones coming out all round. Fingers crossed, it's our turn next. Now that is one weird cloud. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. It's just slowly crept towards us. Now just starting to feel the odd splash of water as the rain comes down. I can feel the wind just picking up, and I can safely say it's going to hit us any minute now. That's what you get when you're at Rainbow Lake. Listen to the wind now picking up. Yeah. That is the wind picking up from this storm that is about to hit me any minute, so I'm going to run for cover. Here it comes. And there's the storm that I was just filming a few minutes ago, as it's finally hit us. Bouncing off the woodwork at the moment, bouncing off the lake. Fantastic atmosphere. I'm just sitting here thinking now, one of those rods could just burst into life and it could be an 80-pound carp on the end of it. Now that would be just awesome, it really would be. It's what we all sit here and dream about and want to happen when you come to Rainbow Lake. Fantastic. Feels like it's dark now, it's only about 6:30 in the evening. Fantastic atmosphere. Right, it's Big Fish Thursday in true to Rainbow fashion. I mean, it's not a monster by Rainbow standards, but at £63, it's certainly very welcome to us. We've been on pest control the last few days, had quite a few 20s, even a couple of doubles as well, and just a 150 between us. And conditions changed last night. Fish started rolling, and they always say that Thursdays are a good day at Rainbow Lake. So it's lived up to its reputation, and it's not over yet. It's only about 10 o'clock in the morning, so a 63, fantastic. If it's my biggest fish of the trip, it's been a great trip, and I've really enjoyed it. Obviously that's why you come to Rainbow, to catch some of these big fish. A 63 pounder is a monster to me. The personal best is only 67.12, so a 63 pounder is massive. I mean, how the heck somebody holds a 90 pounder, I don't know, but I'd love to find out one day, maybe when we go to Hungary in a few weeks' time. But that certainly made me smile. Because here, you need to fish, in some instances, 100 yards locked up with a 12-ounce lid on. And you know, there's sometimes you need to be fishing with the bottle. Sometimes you need to be fishing around little poles and stuff like that. It does sound quite brutal, but until you've come out here and seen what is available, you don't really quite grasp the kind of fishing that is on offer here, because it really is exciting. It's fantastic, and it might sound brutal, but you know, it sums it up in the fact that these fish are in fantastic condition, and you know, they're well looked after by the anglers that are on this water, and it is really, I think, the best carp lake in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of talk about it, and you know, you can't really have an opinion about this place until you've been here and tried it. Yeah. That's the thing, you know, because it changes everyone's view once they've actually been here. Yeah. That's the important thing, because there's a lot of opinions bandied about this place, and then, you know, I don't want to fish like that, and it's crude and all that, and then they come here, and most people come here, and once they experience it, they can't get away from the place. They love it. Yeah. And it is like that, and yeah, it's different fishing, but the thing is, the fish are landed. It's no good coming here with £10 line, little hooks and all that, and losing everything, because you know what good's that doing the fish? The point is here, you use that gear, but you land the fish, and that's what it's all about. And it doesn't damage them at all, as we've seen.
Talking about gear, then, what gear are you using to tackle Rainbow? What you got rods wise?
Well, I'm using NRXD's 13 3.5s. You know, I mean, they would be really my main rods for fishing locked up to snags and playing them from the bank. So they're still perfect for the fishing I'm doing here, but they're not you know, really my ideal rod would be the scopes, really. I love them little scopes, mainly because they fit in a boat. The boats are about 10 foot and the scopes are 9 foot. And that does not make a difference when you're playing fish and doing everything from a boat, even just down to getting line tangled around the tip, which happens quite a lot. And with a long rod, it's a difficult thing to just get untangled in the middle of the night or whatever. Yeah. With a 9 foot rod, it's easy. So yeah, probably boat fishing wise, I like the scopes, and playing them from the bank, I like the NRXDs.
What about line and stuff? What you spoiled up with?
Well, it's got to be braid, £25 braid minimum, that is. But bullet braid's fine, you know, it's strong enough. It's got to be braid. And mono leaders, I mean there's a couple of reasons really for that. One, the braid is a bit severe, so it just gives you that little bit of elasticity, little shock absorber. And the other thing is a lot of the wood under the water is quite soft where it's been submerged so long, and braid tends to cut in it whereas the mono don't, so it's good for that reason. That rod had to go sooner or later. There's been so many fish fizzing around that rod down there. And I checked it yesterday, I thought I'd better check it, and the hook link was tangled, so it'd been out there a couple of days, fish all round it, not fishing properly. And then I had a liner in the night, so I had to go and redo it again about 3 o'clock this morning, and then finally it's gone off. A little scope rod, little 9-foot scope rod, done the job. Well pleased about that, love these little rods. That was one that finally got me off the mark, so God. Not with it at all, been up half the night, it feels like redoing rods that have either been wiped out by ducks or koi pure or something or other, but at least it's all ended up the right way with a fish in the net, that's the main thing. Just had this nice mirror, just over £42, about 42 and a quarter. It's been quite a hectic night, it's getting quite stormy now, a little bit of rain, and there's actually thunderstorms due this evening, big winds, hailstorms, but it's getting the fish going. We both had fish in the night. I had a 33 common, so I had one about the same size, maybe a little bit less. But when we was up, there was lights on all around the lake, and I could hear alarms going. The lake was fishing really well. And then this one this morning, just off a little close-in spot again. Not so much bait round it, just a little bit in about 8.5 foot. Nice bit of hard bottom. Just felt around with the lead to it, donked about, and left it there. A few baits, double scope it squid bottom bait, and didn't fight very hard, but I was well pleased to see this one. Best of the week so far for me, 42 mirror, so happy with that. But lake's fishing well now, so there's a chance for a few more before we got to go home. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Proper beastie that one, and there's more to come yet. God, don't know if my arms to take it. Let's get on with it. Work to do and rods to get out, and more fish to catch.